Hello, Americans. Good morning. How you doing? Happy weekend. Feminist, this is one of this for you also. Generation Z, Generation Alpha, pay attention. Don't make the mistakes of the past generations. I guess we could apply this to maybe the second half of Generation Y also. Being a feminist single in their 50s. Oh, the pain and the reality of you are lonely. You're past your prime. Men your age don't want nothing to do with you because the men who are available at your age level have been dumped by women your age, and they don't want to play the games no more. Or they're dating younger women because younger women want the six-figure income. So they're looking for older, sophisticated men. And that leaves you now what you used to be in your 20s. Boomerangs always come back. Biology always kicks in. God's word is never, never, ever void. The women in their 20s are very young. They're very arrogant. They're sexually active. They're all beautiful. Their body's firm. They realize they have the sex card. And they figure they can get any man they want. But they find out by the time they get to their 30s that high-value man, which they want to get, is not knocking on their door. They still don't want the average man, even though they're the average woman. And the woman in the 30s still has these high expectations of what her man wants, even though she herself brings something to the table, other than her school debt and the fact that her expiration date is approaching pretty fast. Then you get the women in their 40s, who are career women, who realize, I want it, but I can't get it now. Maybe there's some hope for me, but the chances of me having children are going to be almost zero unless I adopt. Even if you freeze your age, you spend thousands of dollars, your body's not the same at 40 as it was at 30 or 20. And now you got the ones in their 50s. Career women, maybe they have all that they want. Maybe they have their house, they have their Mercedes C-Class, their BMW, their Cadillac Escalade. And they realize they're alone. Or they divorce their husband thinking they're going to do better out in the upper market, realizing not only are they not doing better, they probably should have kept their husband because the other men who are available don't want nothing to do with their foolishness because their wives did what you did to your husband. And what's interesting now is a lot of women in their 50s saying most of the men that want to date them are half their age. Now, why is that? Let's do some math here. Since the girls in their 20s and 30s don't want to do anything with their men in their age because they don't have the six-figure income they want, what's left? They go after the women in their 50s. Now, it may make the women in their 50s feel good for a while, boost their ego, the sexual energy of a young man, how a young man desires an older woman. Eventually, that's going to give way, and she's going to find out she's being more of a mother figure than him, more than anything else. And maybe if she already raised kids, she probably doesn't want that. Her kids are probably pissed off her because, her son is about the same age as her new lover. Might have been one of his new friends. God only knows. But they also realize that on top of being a mother figure, it's like dealing with one of their children. You know why? Because their children are pretty much the same age. So even though you were firm and beautiful in your 20s, and now you're tucking your breasts into your pants because they sag so much, you realize the lie feminism gave you. Might have given you that nice condo on the beach. It might have given you that nice house, that nice car. Hey, you may even have a pretty good retirement. Maybe your debt's all paid off by now. But now it's too late to have children, or your children are grown, and the men you want to date don't want nothing to do with you. And now you're in this vicious cycle. I'm going to say it again. Women may hold the card of sex in relationships. But what you're going to fail to realize, again, men hold the relationship card and men have the time card. Men can have children well beyond their prime. Women can't. Men in their 50s generally want younger women because they dealt the crap the women in their 50s did to them. And what modern feminism has done to men, women, and the nuclear family, we could be paying for quite a while. More young men are single more than ever, are not even dating well anymore because they don't want to be bothered with the stupid games these Generation Y and Z women are playing. The unreal expectations. And men, when they get home, they just want peace. They don't want a woman nagging at them being a pain in their ass. Now, are there exceptions to every rules? Absolutely. Now, are all men chasing after women half their age? No, of course not. Are there still women dating men in their age group? Of course there is. But feminism brought you a bunch of lies, whether it came to marriage and relationships, your education, you becoming the CEO, you having this, you being able to have a family and a career, and you realize it's too hard to do both. A lot of the Gen Z women are realizing they don't want to be independent women anymore. They rather just be a housewife. The problem is they still have these unrealistic expectations of the men they want. Because subconsciously, they don't realize the damage feminism has done to them. Comments down below. What's your opinion? I'd like to know. Keep the country in prayer. Jesus Christ is still king. God's still in control. And we'll talk to you later.